Ever wondered if a drink package is worth it? It's a question many of us ponder when planning our travel adventures. Perhaps you're about to set sail on a fancy cruise or book a stay at an all-inclusive resort. Either way, the question remains, is shelling out for a drink package a savvy move for your wallet? In today's video, we're going to explore this very topic. We'll take a deep dive into the world of drink packages, comparing them against the cost of individual drinks. We'll look at the potential savings and conveniences, as well as the potential pitfalls. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur, a beer buff, or a wine enthusiast, this video is about to quench your thirst for knowledge. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and get ready to become a more informed consumer. Stay tuned as we dive into the details of drink packages and individual drink costs. How much do you typically spend on drinks? That's a good question, isn't it? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of drink prices and see what we can uncover. When it comes to alcoholic drinks, the cost can vary greatly depending on several factors. A glass of wine at a high-end restaurant might set you back anywhere from $10 to $20. If you're a beer lover, you might spend between $5 and $8 for a bottle at a bar. And for those who enjoy cocktails, well, those can cost anywhere from $8 to $15. Again, depending on the establishment and the complexity of the drink. Non-alcoholic drinks, on the other hand, are generally less expensive. A soda, for instance, usually costs between $1 and $3. Coffee, whether it's a simple black or a fancy latte, will typically range from $2 to $5. And if you're into healthy juices or smoothies, those might cost you between $3 and $7. Now, let's talk about specialty beverages. These are the drinks that often come with a hefty price tag due to their unique ingredients or preparation methods. Think along the lines of a fancy craft cocktail or a rare vintage wine. The cost of these drinks can easily soar above $20. But remember, the price of a drink isn't just about the type of beverage. It's also about where you're buying it. A beer at a dive bar in a small town will likely cost less than the same beer at a rooftop bar in a bustling city. Similarly, a cup of coffee at a local cafe will probably be cheaper than one at a high-end coffee shop in an upscale neighborhood. So, those are some ballpark figures for individual drinks, but how does that stack up against the price of a drink package? Let's find out. Now, let's talk about drink packages. Drink packages are a popular option for many vacationers, especially those who enjoy sipping on a variety of beverages throughout their trip. But what do they cost on average? Well, it can vary greatly depending on where you're vacationing and the specifics of the package. For instance, on a cruise line, a standard drink package might run you anywhere from $50 to $70 a day. This typically includes a wide range of beverages, from soft drinks and coffees to beers, wines, and premium spirits. However, there may be a cap on the number of drinks you can have in a day, usually around 15. Resorts and all-inclusive vacations can have similar pricing structures. Some might offer a flat rate per day, while others may charge per drink with a set limit. Again, the types of beverages included can vary, but generally, you can expect a mix of alcoholic and non-alcoholic options. There are also premium drink packages. These can cost upwards of $100 a day, but they come with added perks. You might get access to top-shelf liquor, specialty cocktails, or even bottles of wine. Some packages might also include perks like priority bar service or private cocktail parties. However, keep in mind that these prices don't always include gratuities or service charges, which can add an extra 15 to 20% onto the final bill. Plus, some packages may have restrictions, like not being available on certain days or during specific hours. So, as you can see, drink packages can offer a lot of value, especially if you're a frequent sipper. But they also come with their own set of considerations. It's important to read the fine print and understand what you're getting before you commit. Now that we've got a good idea of what both individual drinks and drink packages can cost, it's time to compare the two. It's time for the showdown. Individual drinks versus drink packages. This is where we put our numbers to the test and see which option gives you the most bang for your buck. Now remember, everyone's drinking habits are different, so there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. But let's dive into some scenarios. Imagine you're someone who enjoys a cocktail or two by the pool, a glass of wine with dinner, and maybe a nightcap to wrap up the day. Let's say that's around 4 drinks a day. Now, if you're paying individually, and each drink costs around $8, you'll be spending about $32 daily. Over the course of a 7-day trip, that's $224. On the other hand, if you purchased a drink package for, say, $50 per day, that would total to $350 for the week. In this scenario, sticking to individual drinks would save you a pretty penny. Now let's consider a different scenario. Say you're a bit more of a social butterfly. You enjoy a Bloody Mary with breakfast, a couple of poolside cocktails, wine with lunch and dinner, and a few rounds at the bar in the evening. That could easily total to 8 or more drinks a day. If each drink costs $8, you'd be spending around $64 daily, or $448 over a week. In this scenario, the $50 per day drink package, costing you $350 for your trip, would be a significant saving. You'd be sipping your way to savings of almost $100. So, as we can see, the value of a drink package can greatly depend on your personal drinking habits. It's not just about the number of drinks, but the types of drinks you enjoy and how often you're likely to indulge. Always consider your personal preferences and habits before making a decision. The key is to make your trip as enjoyable as possible without breaking the bank. So to answer the question we posed at the beginning, is a drink package worth it? Well, we've crunched the numbers, considered the costs, and analyzed the value, and the answer is, it depends. Yes, it's that classic non-answer, but hear us out. The value of a drink package can swing dramatically depending on your personal drinking habits. If you're someone who enjoys several beverages throughout the day, a drink package might be a cost-effective choice. On the other hand, if you're more of a casual sipper, paying for individual drinks may be more economical. It's really all about knowing yourself and your preferences. Consider how many drinks you typically consume in a day, and compare that to the cost of a drink package. Does it make financial sense based on your habits? That's the key question. Remember, the best choice is always the one that best suits your personal needs and lifestyle. Cheers to making informed decisions.